And welcome back. So last time we had to interrupt our session due to the recording time getting just way too long. And what we achieved was to build a factory building containing this arm here where the projector sits upon. It can be folded in, and the mining facility building will be printed below it. We already tried some layers of it, and yeah, you can see that this is kind of cut off, and there's a printer plate that can move up and down to print the building. There's still a couple of things left to do. We need to build a roof, build walls, and yeah, get rid of this temporary printed part. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, first of all we need a bit of material. And then we need to fix something that I just noticed, and that is that we have an uneven number of blocks now into the distance direction here. So I will just pull that block one more inward, because then we have a even number again for building our roof. And this will also match up with the other side. And then, let's see, yeah, we'll quickly weld that all up and tear down the other part, and then get back to building the folding roof. Okay, now next step is to build a bit of round armor slopes around here, but one we will leave out for hinges. So maybe like this. Actually, do I want to go one more inwards? Not for now. Okay, then hinges facing with the marker inward. The same on the other side. This way around and this way around, and then again those round armor blocks. Oops. Hopefully that doesn't damage anything while falling down. Not enough resources, of course. I didn't bring enough steel plates with me. So again, that one facing, go on, outwards. Actually inwards, and that one is facing outwards. Oh yeah, and of course we need to merge those blocks before they can be connected. So for this, let's see. What could we do? What's the best case here? Let's put a merge block facing this way, and a full block here, and another merge block facing downwards. We need enough resources for 2 merge blocks. Not enough in the shrimp. So let's take some from here and also refill our bottle. So should be enough to weld it up. And... yeah. Ah, now they merged. Okay, perfect. Good. So, next step. We could just... because we should usually... I'm not sure if it's really necessary, but that's what I'm doing anyway. Once those merge blocks have been fused, I do place another block that is connecting those two areas together, so those rounded corners can be attached to from the side, so I'm using this connection point, and then the other one goes to that row of blocks. So now I should be able to remove those. Oh, it still says grids will be split. Strange. Usually that works. Oh no, it doesn't say that. Okay. Ah, because of the fusion block at the top. Yeah, okay. Alright, so back to business. This one has to go this way around, and the other one... Wait. Oh, no. That was wrong. I made a mistake here in my design. Okay. So let's fill that up. Actually, they all need to point in the same direction, I forgot. Because I tried building that roof in Creative some time ago. And I know there are the... how's it called? Those hangar door blocks, but yeah, I don't like using them because they have a very limited amount of shapes available. So I usually tend to use just standard blocks for this. So let's see, we go with this one we will remove, and then we extend from here over there, and then let's add our fusion block again, this time pointing this direction and the other one pointing that direction. Oh wow, that's quite the offset. Where's that coming from? Let's hope they can merge up. Yes, they can. Okay. And then again... Ah, not enough steel plates. That might be enough. Hey, yes. Right. They should still be connected. So like this and that, and another one over here. Oh, and forgot one on that end as well. Then we can all weld it all up and do some testing. So we go down, park our ship, and we will also need 2 timer blocks. Let's see, do we have space over here for those? Yes, we should have. Let's use the automation timer blocks because I like how they look. And place one of them over here and the other one over there. So that might be actually the best use case for that empty space that we have here. So we have still 3 slots, basically spaces available to add some more automation blocks, but yeah. Alright, so Earth, base, factory, oops, with all the space at the end, silent, no time delay. And the other one will be roof merge timer with, what did I have in my notes? I've used 16, let's use 17 seconds just to be safe. Silent. Alright, and then let's move up. We also need to give our hinge over here a name, because we didn't do that yet. Base factory hinge, or not hinge directly, but welder hinge. Oops. And this one is our earth base factory merge block. Earth base factory projector we have, and then the hinges. Let's do that from the regular menu, it's easier. Hinge. Oh, right. There was another hinge that we added recently. Oh, actually, this one is...
Fuel low.
Let's turn you off.
Fuel low.
Oh, my fuel. Okay, yeah, let's quickly fill that up so that we don't fall out of the sky, of course. The most recently added hinge was this one, and that one still doesn't have a custom name, so base comms hinge. And show on, not off. Let's see what else. Don't show them in here. And hinge lock is on. Okay. Good. Now it's easier to configure everything over here. Hinge. We have 4 left. Perfect. Those will be named Earth Base Factory Roof Hinge. And a group for them. And we can hide them. And now the settings. So, for the hinges. Torque I had at 10 million Newton meters. From 90 to 0. And velocity at 1. No, -1, otherwise they will... Oh, no, +1. But hey, it's working already. Anything else? No. Now the pistons. And here we set shear inertia tensor on. And maximum distance I had 8.585. Max impulse, I think it was 20,000 for both values. And velocity was at, yeah, 0.5 was fine. That should be all that we need. And then where's our timer? So, toggle timer. Set up actions. First of all, merge timer. Start, so that it starts ticking down the 16, I think we said, or 17 seconds. Then we keep one space empty for something, for the merge block that is still missing. We reverse, that was the wrong button, reverse our hinges and reverse our pistons. And when I trigger that now, it starts to close off our roof. With the last step, after settling with the hinges in place, should just be pistons moving to the last bit here. Nearly closing up, and the rest is then done by merge blocks that we still have to add, but I will first... let's see, I will first add the missing blocks. Alright, so this time we are using the the half light armor blocks. If anyone new to the game was wondering how I have so much reach, you can use control and your mouse wheel to modify the reach that you have. Something that honestly I learned pretty late in the game. It wasn't too obvious to me, but that is very helpful to not have to be so face on with all the blocks that we're working with. So yeah. Alright, before we weld that up, let's give it a quick try. Using our remote here. Roof. Toggle timer. Trigger now. Alright. Yes, that is looking nice. Alright, I like that. Nice, that gives us very good access to the building, and then we can trigger the fusion block once our ship has merged with the, or docked to the building itself, to the building connector. We can toggle the merge block off, which will disengage the building from, or the print from the building, and then fold the arm in, and we can pull out the building, and once we are clear, the roof can close again, maybe using a sensor like over here with the garage that will close the roof once more and reset also the printer arm. Alright, I guess easiest way would be to just close it and then weld it up, so roof, toggle timer. Trigger now, and it's getting closed again. And let's fly up and weld all those blocks up. We have that. Next is the mentioned fusion block, and I think that's... Is that our middle block? Yes. So those two need to go. And then fusion blocks again. Where's the... There. That one needs to be turned off, and another one into this direction. Come on. Good. So let's dock again. And configure the rest. First, yeah, let's use the remote control again. Merge block. This one. Earth base, factory, roof, merge block. 1, which we can actually ignore, and merge block 2, which we will not ignore because now our timer, toggle timer, roof. So this one we want to toggle, and in the merge timer, we want to turn it on. Then we can disable that one from showing it, and we can turn it on, which will merge those two plates, which makes it not prone to any, well, clanging sounds and whatnot. It would actually, it should give us airtightness if we wouldn't have those hinges on the outside, because as you can see here, there is still air being able to pass through. And I think even if I changed that to the... I can't really get rid of that. I would have to encapsulate that part here somehow, but I don't know. I don't know a good way to do that. If anyone has an idea, let me know, but I'm fine with that. Not every room or area he needs to be airtight for being safe from the weather. But yeah, let's give it a try. So Earth base, terminal, roof timer, merge block we can now hide, and this one we want to trigger now. This is opening up the roof. The merge blocks have been disengaged. Actually, it might look nicer if we changed this one to another block. Especially this one here, yeah. Ah, not enough steel, of course. Never enough steel. So let's see. Let's grab a bit of steel to do that change. And while we at it, refill our tank. Do the same change on the other side. And as always, I will keep proper coloring and decorations for later off screen, because I like to take some more time with that and play around with things, which I don't like to do during the stream. So yeah, let's give it a last try. Now with closing it up. Roof, timer, trigger now. So this is closing up. Our merge block is turned off, and roundabout when it closes, it should turn that on again and merge those two sides together. There we go. Green, it's merged. Nice, I like that very much. Alright. Good. Now the next steps will be first of all closing that all up, then proper lighting so that we can see what is being welded. So I guess we will use spotlights like over here, the floodlights, because they make it all pretty evenly lit and strongly lit as well into the distance. And then the factory would be ready. Alright, so I will try to come up with some ideas, and oh, we can see our drone running around in the background. That is nice, giving us some more resources. So yeah, let me build up some nice decorations on the walls that fit to the roof, and we'll see you in a second. Okay, we need a bit of resources. More steel, some interior plates, and Let's see, what do we want to use here? Maybe first of all I should probably open that roof. Although we still need to close this part up. And the best way to achieve that is probably slopes that do not directly connect to these blocks. That would be the standard slope block then. And from here we could maybe go with some window rails, no, window walls. I'm not sure many people have seen, but the new DLC will contain also some new blocks for this window wall set, and or actually those that category where the window walls are in will then contain new blocks that contain windows that are good for slopes and basically those small, I forgot the name in English, but these small shutters for bigger ships. So that will be a pretty nice extension to the catalog that we already have in terms of decorative blocks. But we don't have that yet. It will be there soon. The only downside is with all the changes to the economy, I don't think it will be compatible with my mod pack, because I am already using a modified economy based on I think Economy Plus was the name of the mod. So and they already said we probably have to redo or restart our worlds to have any access to some of the new features. So I guess we will just get the new blocks, but maybe the majority of the economy will just stay the way it was. So let's see, can we do it like this? Does it look nice enough? That part will be problematic because it already was problematic to get a connection point here. That makes sense. Yeah, let's see, what kind of blocks do we have that fit in here? Yeah, this might be actually our best bet here with this one. I don't think any other block of the standard selection fits otherwise. But yeah, we make do with what we have. That does look much more interesting though. Which means that we have to tear down all of the pillars again. Yeah, that works. That works for me. Again, I will do some more decorations later between episodes. But I think that is something I can accept as a level of quality here. So, more steel. And let's build all of that up and then actually use our welder ship to the changes. that would finish that side, but we still need to replace those blocks here. And we want to change this part. Is there even something that we can use to change it, to exchange it for? I can only imagine this here, and then we do go with this one after all, yeah. Yeah, I think that works for me. Inventory full, yeah, of course. Because this should be that block. And then we have this one and this one. Yeah, so much for using our welder ship. But since I need to tear down that pillar and reconstruct it, going by hand is much easier. There's one thing we can already do in terms of colors, and that is doing this, which I think I like pretty much. Good. That closes off this side once we have welded everything up. And then to the sides. So our roofs are getting down to this position. So what kind of design do we want to use? Maybe we go again for our standard alternating pattern there. So that means we will use the inset wall like this. We basically only go this far. Then the other side. One more. First we had beam block half. And then the slope version in this case to close it off. We also use the slope or the... does that work? No, we need... where is it? Oh, there was no version for this. Okay, so we have to go like that. Okay, and in between we use the regular half block. And we top it off with another slope. No. That doesn't fit the aesthetics of the existing wall over there with the bit flatter end point. So like this instead, and
Fuel low.
oh yeah, fuel low again. Alright, so we have that, we need a small piece on this part, like so. close it off on the other side. Same block over here. And then we can replicate that look on the other side. Alright, and then we can use pretty big windows here in the middle. And for that I want to use yeah, half blocks over here. And then our big windows that I can't place because I will probably need girders to place them. So we'll go in here and in there. And over here we just close it up again, like this. Alright, now we just need to close the roof again and come up with something on this top side. So Shift K, Earth Base, Roof, and trigger now. So what do we want to use? Right, and what can we use here in the middle? Something that looks a bit more interesting. Is that closed off on the sides? It does look closed off, okay. Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah. Alright, let's weld that up and see how it looks like in the finished state. Okay, that does look rather nice, although I think those windows need to go up by one and we need to use the same slope here at the bottom. Or do we not? Okay, and then we can move those windows up by one block and remove one row of these slope or half armor blocks. Yeah, I think I like that. Alright, let's fill up again. We also will need some more glass in our locked containers. Oh no, I did a mistake. Okay, how did I do it over here? The railings on the outside. Oh god. I need to tear that all down again, don't I? Okay, I will do that off screen in between episodes. But I do like the look of it. Right, oh yeah, we also need to build up those parts. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, let's try. Timer. Trigger now. That opens our roof, which should also slide down and hopefully not catch or issues with the wall. It looks like it works fine. Now the only problem is, like I said, I turned those the wrong way around. I need to basically remove all of those blocks again and place them back. So yeah, let me get to that and have being done with it. Okay, that is fixed. I was thinking of using one more thing as a decorative piece. Yes, the lab experiments. I want to make use of those. Even if we don't have all the components yet, we might be able to get them at some point, but they perfectly fit in here, those two. Maybe we find some fitting parts in the bases of the pirates. That would be pretty nice. All right. But I think that's already enough for today's episode. We have achieved quite a lot, I think. We have a rooftop that is able to open and close. Actually, we play it one more time. Trigger now. And we already have that part built up, which looks pretty nice. And the rest I will do off screen for the next episode, so that we can then design a new carrier vehicle to pull that building out and bring it to another location for another mine. And yeah, well, either that or we will finally start with a very basic structure for the drone hub, so that we can set up and create the first drone to pick up deliveries from there and bring it over here. Because now we know how much space we have here and or how much space we needed. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode, and thanks for watching as always. I know that releases take a bit more time these days because I'm still learning the ropes with the new cutting software, and also have some private things going on that need time on their own. So I will try to at least get an episode out every 2 weeks, but when I have more time I will try to get back to a once per week schedule. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. I can make use of every subscriber, and I'm pretty happy to have people there that like to watch what I'm doing here. So yeah, see you back on Earth next time, and bye bye.